Deep breath. Breathe in.
Oh, what's up, Rebel Nerds?
Breathe out. Oh, walls.
How's it going, everybody? How about you, Rebel Nerds? What's going on? Today, we didn't do a live stream last week. Thank you, Kansas Weather.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Kansas Weather. We appreciate you so much.
So just to appease your curiosity, sir, Facebook says it's live. So
wait. I had people ask me, and the reason why we were talking about that is because before the stream started, everybody, we were talking about like Facebook, and like the first one we did when we came back from our hiatus didn't go on Facebook, and then last week it did. We had, from what we can tell, we had a lot of viewers on Facebook. We really do appreciate that. We thank you guys so much. But we had a lot of viewers on Facebook. But I kept gigging Steve about it. I kept saying, "Hey man, make sure you're broadcasting on Facebook."
Well, it's like,
because we had a lot of great followers last week, so it was
like
very good.
Last episode we did, I kept looking at the viewer count, and I'm like, that's got to be wrong. That's got to be wrong. But
and we both checked it, and it hasn't changed. So we appreciate.
Like, what the heck was going on with Facebook?
We always try to say that everybody needs to come over to YouTube, and we always say that like Facebook has problems with like not keeping the videos for more than 30 days. But we do appreciate all of our Facebook followers. We appreciate you guys coming over and saying hi and everything like that.
Sure, so. Like you people that are watching on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. We need more numbers there. Yeah.
Oh, and I will let me throw out a little PSA just for you folks. If I'm a little tired, a little punch drunk, you'll have to forgive me because this is my first day, like not only back on the live stream, but my first day in over a week that I have not been working 17 to 18-hour days for storm work here in Kansas, because not only did it affect our last Tuesday stream and I wasn't able to attend, but I have pretty much from a week ago yesterday, I have been working storm work every day since then. And like I said, it's been 17 to 18 hours roughly every day for the last over a week. So you'll have to forgive me. Like I said, I'm still trying to recover. I had a bunch of housework that I actually did right before we went on live. And so I am tired. I am wore out. I am exhausted. I am sore. But I'm here for you people. So
yeah. So if we need to, this might not be like a.
Don't mind me if I fall asleep. And
yeah, this might not be a regular like 2-hour episode like we typically do.
I should be good. I should be good.
Reason. No, not just for that reason. Because we had this discussion before we went live. Not just for that. Like he's going to be tired. So there's that. But also, surprise, neither one of us are actually prepared.
But really, you people can't blame us for that because obviously I have excuses. Maybe Steve, not so much, but
I don't necessarily have an excuse for why I'm not prepared other than mental instability.
That would be mental absence in my
mental absence, mental stuff. Anyway, so tonight is episode number 255. Well, Drew, you're not really that late.
Nope, you're not late, buddy.
But get that out of the way. So if you're new, this is Rebel Nerd Radio. I'm Steve. That's JD.
Hi. Like I said, I'm normally not this punch drunk and weird, but I'm like I said, I'm
understandable. This is where we geek out about Star Wars and comics and all that cool nerd stuff that we like.
Every once in a while, we go off the Star Wars train and we do some.
We don't do it very often, but we do. We do from time to time.
Although I'm not jumping the gun. I hope I'm not jumping the gun, but. For those of you who are in our regular chat, or if you're just joining us and you like what you see, keep. We have a little segment coming up, and there's going to be some not Star Wars related, but something really cool that I'm going to have coming up in our Show Me Your Thingy segment here in probably I don't know, probably here in the either next one or the one after that. So keep that yeah. I'm trying to do some mods, and I have a couple updates too on some costuming stuff. So
cool.
yeah, I'll
So
do that
tonight
here in
we
just a
are
little bit.
going to maybe talk about Maul Shadow Lord.
We are going to attempt the recap of.
We're going to attempt a recap, but like I said, neither one of us is prepared. But before we get into that, we've got our show me your thingy segment. We got some other stuff we're going to talk about briefly. But if you are catching this on YouTube, whether you're watching it live or on the replay, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button because we need the subscribers. And don't forget to do the likes and the comments because that helps us invade the algorithm. So jump on there or we will force choke you. No, just kidding. Let's see who's in the chat real quick. Always bright and early is Matt. How's it going, sir?
Of course.
There's Steve. How are you, sir?
Hello, Steve.
And then there is Drew, who thought he was late, but I mean, we've only been doing this for like 7 minutes, so
yeah, we're good.
And
don't threaten me with a good time.
It looks like that's it. We don't really. It's going to be a slow night for the chat room. That's going to be a problem because I was going to rely on you guys to talk about Shadow Lord for me.
Maybe some people are behind and maybe they got some things going on. It could be. Who knows? They might join us here just a little bit. That's fine.
Matt says today is his wife's birthday and you ate Italian. Very nice. Where did you eat Italian?
Oh, yes. Good question. And tell her a very big happy birthday from Rebel Nerd Radio. Tell her we said happy birthday, buddy. Yep.
Happy birthday to Matt's wife. I don't know her name. I like chicken Parmesan. It's good.
I love chicken Parmesan. If it was at Olive Garden, man, I dig Olive Garden. Olive Garden is the stuff.
For this episode, Drew, we're going to be talking about the whole show. That being said, you are far more prepared for this live stream than I am.
I mean, not you. We.
I have watched all of it. I have.
Oh, I've watched it twice. I mean, I've watched through it twice, but the last time I watched it was right after I watched it. I watched it right before the hiatus, and then I watched it again with the girlfriend, like mid-hiatus. Yeah. And I was going to watch the last 4 episodes because I've seen the first 3 episodes like 3 times now, or the first 4 episodes 3 times. Oh, right,
because you went to that thing.
Because we went to that thing in San Francisco.
Oh, okay. He meant episode is podcast. Okay, so again, you are far more prepared than we are. So. I only watch. Okay, I have watched it all. I've watched it about 1.5.
I've watched it about 2.5.
I did start a rewatch, didn't finish it. But if you know what is going on, if you're in the Discord and you know the events, I only watched the first 4 because we recapped them. Before I ended up in the mental hospital. And so after I got out, we were on hiatus for a while. I just wasn't ready. Steve was busy eating tacos. I did eat some tacos today. I did.
Hey.
Matt, I've never heard. Go ahead.
I said, let's not talk about food because I haven't even had supper yet. So
yeah, I had tacos for lunch. I've never heard of Napoli's Napoli's. Never heard of it. But I gotta say, I'm like super picky about Italian food. Like there aren't really any good Italian food places here in Oklahoma. I mean, that I have encountered. Like there are some that like, yeah, this is edible. But nothing that I'm like, oh man, that's good. I'm going back here.
This is edible. See,
And
if you get a chance, Steve, and you get the chance to come up here, there is actually in the town of Newton, which is north of Wichita, there is a hole in the wall Italian place that I guarantee you will love because the family that runs it is from Italy.
okay, well,
And
remember, we just had the discussion about me coming up there for like a weekend or something. Just
yeah,
all that because I got to get out and do.
yeah, yeah.
It won't be this weekend because I've got some. I think I'm going to be watching my grandkids this weekend.
Mhm.
Okay, Matt
That
says
sounds like
Napoli's is downtown Enid, across from the Stride Bank Event Center. If I knew anything about Eden or Enid, that would probably make a lot more sense to me.
Drew. Okay. So for context, me and Drew actually said in the chat something about the Italian place that I was talking about. And he said sometimes he wants to take me to that place. I have been to that place. It is excellent, premium Italian food. And yes, he says the owners love me and will make us the best food. Absolutely. So with Steve, when you come up, we actually need to grab Drew. We'll head to
Oh,
Newton
for sure. Yeah.
and have us some good Italian food, and then hopefully it's a
Yeah.
good weekend. And I'm
We need to plan that so we can plan like Drew joining our little
yeah, our little adventure.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell
For
yeah.
sure.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I was like thinking, man, we should go to that sandwich place again, but Italian is good too.
We can do both.
We could do both.
We can do both. We can do both.
I really like that sandwich place, man.
That place is that place is freaking good.
So
That
good.
place is excellent. Yes. 100%.
Now I forgot what I was talking about. Okay, so that's everybody.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. We're gonna be squirreling tonight. But yeah, so that's everybody in the chat so far. Now, if you're new and you want to hang out with us between our wonderful episodes, the shenanigans continue over on our social media accounts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got Facebook, Threads, Instagram, Twitter. We do have a TikTok, only I wouldn't recommend it. I don't really do anything over there. I'm bad at it. I several times I've been like, you know what? If I had the money, I would just hire somebody to do our TikTok for us because I'm bad at it.
We've actually had people in the past who have volunteered or volunteered to be producers for the show. Yeah. And probably it needs to be somebody who knows a little bit more about TikTok because I don't have TikTok. So I know I ain't going to be doing that on TikTok.
So here's the funny thing. So before I got laid off,
is it really? Holy crap.
It's been a while. Yeah, I saw that.
No. Sorry. I saw Matt's comment. He said it's only 7
Yeah, I saw it too.
Wow.
Before, crap, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Before I got laid off, like my job was digital marketing, and a component of that was social media marketing. Mm-hmm. That being said, I still don't know how to use TikTok. But the thing is, like, the type of social media marketing I was doing did not rely on TikTok at all. So I didn't have any problems. Anyway, so all those social medias, and if you want to, I could give you all those links, but instead, why don't I just give you this one here? Mm-hmm. And that'll take you everywhere. So bio.link/Rebel Nerd Radio. That is where you can find all our links, all the social media links. Also will take you to YouTube, although, if you're watching us on YouTube, I don't know why you would need that. But that also takes you to our merch store. So we got shirts and mugs and all that other cool stuff. It takes you to the most important one, Discord. Okay, second most important thing. Discord is really where it's at because that's like rebel nerd. That's like rebel nerd central.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's
I mean,
where
really,
it all.
honestly, it's the best place to see us. And if you enjoy the chat, if you're in the chat, if you haven't been in the chat before, but if you're in the chat and you get a chance to interact with people in the chat, a lot of them are there. A lot of people. We have really good conversations outside of the show. We have a great time. We have, like I said, we have an excellent group of people over there, so it's a lot of
Really
fun.
supportive.
Yeah, and very, yeah, oh yeah, 100% supportive. As
I
we've
agree,
seen
Matt.
in
TikTok is goofy.
yeah, big goof. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am not. I don't know anything about TikTok.
Drew says one of the chillest Discord servers out there.
That's right.
I mean, it's pretty chill, and it's a lot of fun in there. You know, like I said, it's very.
And
supportive.
we got a lot of channels for different topics, and yeah, everybody's really cool and a lot of fun. And me and Steve are always there. And if you have questions about indie rock, or if you have questions about collecting, or just Star Wars in general, you have a whole slew of people that will be able to answer any questions that you have and have fun with it. So,
and like I said, like the biggest like a big support group. They're just like everybody's so cool. Like honestly, like when I got out of the hospital, it took me like 2 hours to go through all of the messages that I got. It was crazy. We're not getting an ET channel.
I get a what?
An ET channel.
I say, okay, you know what? We don't need an ET channel, but you know what we need? We need like an 80s classic hangout channel where we discuss nothing but like TV shows, movies, and music from the 80s.
Well, we could just do that in the TV and movie thing.
But it's a specific channel just for that.
All right. What are we going to call it?
Yes, I got it tucked into it. What
are we going to call it?
Max Headroom Live. If you don't know who that is, you're not an 80s baby.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt says he can rule the 80s channel.
Yeah. How about oh man, I had one on my head and then it just went away.
Do we need to leave this? Do we need to leave this up to the chat? Do we need to say, hey, you guys need to come up with an 80s Discord channel name, something?
Yeah. Why don't you? No, I don't know.
Matt says Maximum Overdrive. Great movie. I love that movie, but probably not that. That doesn't quite encompass the 80s.
How about we call it A Flock of Seagulls?
Oh God! Yeah, for Christ's sake!
You know, I've actually seen that band live.
I would be shocked, but I'm not. Because I'll be honest with you. There's probably some bands from the 80s that I've seen that people either don't know or would go, "What the hell?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I've actually seen that band."
Another one. Like I was living in Biloxi, Mississippi when I was in the. That's a good one, actually, Matt.
I Want My MTV.
I think that's a good one.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna go with that one.
I got to go off on a tangent real quick. Hang on a second. I actually did not know this, and I don't know why. Because maybe it's because I just don't have the cable network that has it.
Oh, I've got it. But keep going. Keep going.
Okay,
I've got it.
I didn't know. Now everybody knows that MTV proper does not play music videos anymore. I mean, they don't play any music videos anymore. Most of the time, it's like ridiculousness, which is pathetic. Which is funny. I mean, it's a funny show. Don't get me wrong. I don't say it's ridiculous, but it's a funny show. But you would think they would actually have like hours in between. Like if you were playing nothing but ridiculousness over and over and over and over and over again, you would like cut it like you play an hour of music videos and then you would play ridiculousness and then play an hour of music videos. And then the other day somebody turned it on MTV Live, which I mean, I knew they played music videos, but I thought they were just like MTV where they just played like other TV shows, but they actually were playing music videos like continuously. So yeah. And then, but the problem is that I watched some of the videos and I was like, okay, now I know why they don't play videos anymore.
Okay. So, I'm going to give Matt half credit on this because him saying I want my MTV gave me the idea for the name of this channel.
So you're saying he gets 0.5 points.
He gets 5 points.
He gets 0.5 points.
So, okay, check your Discord. Those of you that are on our Discord and check out the new channel.
I was like, where the hell did it? Oh, there it is. Like, yeah, that's appropriate. Yeah, I like it. That's appropriate. Yeah, no. You guys check the Discord.
Channel
we're not going to tell you what it is. You need to go in there and find it.
80s. Yep. No, I'm not going to announce it. You're just going to have to go in there and find it. Okay.
Drew, I would not smack you if you came up with ideas. The only problem I have is that you are definitely not an 80s child. You poor guy.
Oh no, is he a baby?
Yeah, he's like the same age. He's the same age as my daughter. So I was actually driving around with my daughter. Real quick, I was driving around with my daughter. This has been quite a few years ago, but quite a few years ago makes it very pathetic. But I was driving around with my daughter a few years ago, and I turned on a bunch of hair band music, and she goes, "Oh, I like classic rock." I've never told my daughter in my life up to that point, to shut the hell up. But I told her, I said, shut the hell up and don't say another word the entire drive. And she come back later and she goes, why did you tell me to shut up? And I said, I grew up with this stuff. It's not classic music.
Good Lord, dude. You are younger than my daughter.
Okay. He's a young.
What I was trying to say is, man, we are totally scrolling tonight.
No, Drew. He sent me a private message. He sent me a messenger message, and he says, "Why don't we call it the nursing home?" Okay, that might get you smacked. I'm just saying. That might get you smacked.
Oh man, Matt's already started with the new server.
Oh, good Lord.
Okay. Let me finish the story before.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was living in Biloxi, Mississippi, and it was when I was in the Air Farts.
Hey.
So I so there's a lot of casinos in Biloxi. So I walk into this casino one night. And I don't really gamble. I used to live in Vegas, and I didn't really gamble there either. It's just not my thing. But casinos have this, like, I don't know, aura to them that's kind of cool. And but yeah, so this casino in Biloxi had one of those lounges where bands would play, and I walk into this lounge because I'm hearing this song and I'm like, where do I know this song from, man? This is really familiar. So I walk in to the lounge and they don't charge me to walk into this lounge to see this band. But I go in there and I'm like, oh, okay, it's a cover band. They're playing old 80s music. And like when I walked in, I finally recognized the song. But I go in, I'm like, oh, it's a cover band. Okay. And then, they finish that song. I start playing another one. I'm like, wait a second. Why are they covering the same band songs twice in a row? And then I happen to look over at the wall and there's this poster and it says the name of the band that's playing that night. And I'm like, oh my God. That's it was Survivor.
That's when you look at him and you go, I thought people were dead.
Do you remember the band Survivor?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, Survivor's playing this like rundown casino in Biloxi, Mississippi. I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy. They did play that song, Matt, but the song that I was hearing that made me walk in was it's the other one that they wrote for another Rocky movie. I think it was for Rocky 4.
Survivor? Or
Burning
no,
Heart.
they did. No, they
Burning
did
Heart.
Eye of the Tiger. They did Eye of the Tiger for Rocky 3, and then they did Burning Heart for Rocky 4.
Right. And that's the song they were playing when I walked in. I was like, oh yeah, the cover song. And then after that, they played this other song that was not Eye of the Tiger, but I just remember it being a Survivor song. And don't ask me how I know. I'm not a closet Survivor fan. It's just, yeah. What were we talking about? Squirrel, take a drink.
Wow, you just went off
Discord.
Like,
so come check out the Discord. And then also, the bio link will take you to our Patreon.
This is how we roll, people. We get off on tangents that just go askew.
Just go with it,
weird
folks.
directions. And if you think this is bad, like, come to the Discord.
Oh yeah, that's totally like random thoughts. Patreon, yeah. So you can help us pay our StreamYard bill for $2 a month. So get the stickers. Still haven't found those other ones, but there's these that you can get. And then there's the patron exclusive ones that, like I said, I can't find the stickers themselves.
I can go get one. I'm gonna say I can go get one right now. I have some, but that's what it looks like. What you're seeing is that's what it looks like. Yes.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. No idea what happened to him. Like I moved, and if you don't know why I moved, we're not getting into that tonight because
we're not talking. You need to go back. You need to go back and watch previous episodes.
Yeah, or get in the Discord because it's all there.
Yeah.
But so you get the stickers. JD has some little fidget stuff that goes with his 3D printer that he'll send you. And then, like, when we ever get around to it, we're going to start doing some more exclusive content. Oh my gosh, you know what? It just dawned on me. You know what we need to get together for in Wichita? It's coming up.
I think I know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
It's coming up. Supergirl.
Yes. Yep. We're here.
Yeah.
We're here.
I mean, I'm going to go see it opening night, but I'm sure I will go see it again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we do some exclusive content. Squirrel. So you'll get that when we start doing it again.
Yeah. Even Drew said yes to that. I'm assuming to Supergirl. So it may be one of those things that, depending on when you decide to come down,
Drew,
maybe we may have some things planned between the three of us. It may be a guys' weekend and kind of hang out.
Drew, that is. I mean, I'm real like, of all the movies coming out in 2026, like all of them, and there's some good ones coming out. That is the one I am most excited for.
I was excited for Mandalorian. I was excited for Mandalorian and Grogu. I wasn't disappointed. I loved it. I wasn't disappointed. It was a good movie. Loved it.
That's what we talked about last time. Yeah. No, it was good. It was good, but still, I was way more excited for Supergirl. A lot of it has to do with, speaking of exclusive content, or early access content or whatever, bonus content. We were doing a thing with Dave called Kryptonian Chronicles that we will keep doing. It may have been the last episode we did where we talked about Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, which the movie is based on. So make sure you go check that one out.
Yeah. That's the only thing is we need to get with Dave and figure out when we can do another one of those
I
episodes.
mean,
We were gonna.
to be fair, I think he is ready. We are.
Oh, he's always ready to talk about
He's
Superman.
been ready. He's
If
been
you
ready.
folks in the chat, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, if you have not got a chance to see our Kryptonian Chronicles episodes, where it's Steve, myself, and Dave, and we talk about Superman and all things related to Superman, if you have not got a chance to do that yet, it is a great time. It's a lot of fun. We have some great conversations, and we talked about the actual comic book of Superman, Woman of Tomorrow, which the new movie is going to be based off of. If you haven't got a chance to see that episode, I would recommend you go back and watch it. And I don't think it will be spoiler for you for Supergirl because everyone knows that when you see a comic book or you read a book, you know that the movie is going to be different. I mean, there's obviously going to be changes. And we already know that because Steve and I have read the comic books and Dave has read the comic books, and we discussed the fact that, or not, we discussed the whole everything about it. We discussed all the things that went on, and Lobo was never a part of the book or never a part of the comic book. And now he is showing up in the movie. So obviously there are going to be some differences, but if you go back and watch that episode, you'll get a gist of, I would say you'll probably get a pretty good gist of what this story is actually going to be about and what the general concept of it's going to be.
If you've never read it, it is like by far the best Supergirl story ever written. It is so freaking good, and is probably like, if I were to come up with a top 10 of like comic book story arcs in general, it would be on there. It's like, it's so freaking good. Yeah, Matt, those people can get bent.
See, here's the problem, folks, and this is something you can pass on to. This is my opinion, but you can pass it on to people, and I think you could probably be pretty good, or you wouldn't be off camber by saying this. You thought that internet trolls hating on things that either disagreed with their personal viewpoint of the world or their narrative or whatever the case may be, AI is going to make it 10 times worse. And you're just going to have to expect that. I really think that people need to get into the idea of going to the movies, seeing these things, and making your own judgment call on whether you like it or not. Because obviously we've dealt with Star Wars haters, we've dealt with Lord of the Rings haters, we've dealt with Ghostbusters haters, we've dealt with Harry Potter haters. We're going to deal with Superman haters. We're going to deal with different things.
ET haters,
And we've dealt with ET haters. Not necessarily me. I mean, I literally live with a Goonies hater, and I love the Goonies. So I mean, we all have to pick our battles, people. Just saying.
Yeah.
So it's going to get worse with AI. And then there's bots, and then AI bots, and things are going to get worse. So pick and choose what pick and choose what it is you want to follow and what you want to pay attention to, because there's going to be a lot of bad things out there that are going to come across just because people love to make chaos and to make people, just to interrupt people's good time. And you need to just decide on your own to have a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually going to get to that in a minute, Matt and Drew. But let's finish up our housekeeping. Patreons, or patrons. So $2 a month, you get all that cool stuff. And then you get to hear your name on our live stream here, which I'm going to do now as soon as I can find my list, because I saw it. Okay. So thank you to everybody who is a patron for supporting us and helping us pay our bills. So we've got Dave Brown, we've got Kelly and Chris Olson, we've got Justin Hensley, we've got Charlie Kirby, Chantel Gonzalez, we've got Brennan and Brian and Steve Spawn and Matt and Taco Cat again is not in the chat. Smirking Bear. I think
he's. Go ahead.
Adam and of course Drew. So
Yeah.
thank you guys. Very, very appreciative that you guys are helping us out. It's awesome.
I'm an I don't know if I think you are too, Steve. Maybe you're not. I'm on his non-toxic Star Wars group on Facebook. I'm an admin on there, and
I might be.
he's he said he was going to be away from the computer for a while, so he's either on vacation or he just got some. He's
Oh,
dealing with some personal stuff. So
okay. Okay.
I hope he's well. I hope he's doing good. If he watches on the rerun, Jamie, I hope you're doing great. I know I'm jealous of you because you live in Colorado and I don't. So you already have one up on me. You already have one up on me, buddy. So I hope you're doing good, and we hope to see you in the chat yet again. But thank you to all our Patreons. We really do appreciate you. We do stick. We do. Thank you for sticking with us. And yeah, really, all it is it just pays our StreamYard bill, which it seems like they constantly trying to raise the rates. So
They
we really
do.
do it. We really do appreciate it, but it does cut back on our expenses as far as StreamYard is concerned. So thank you so much. It's not like we're making money or getting rich off of it. We're just paying the StreamYard
No,
bill so
no.
we can continue to stream.
Okay. So now we're all done with that. I do have two things I want to touch on before we get to the next segment. And I think it was Matt that brought it up. Like, we're coming dangerously close to the next Rebel ScumCon.
Yes.
So we went last year, had a blast. So I don't know when the divorce is going to be final. My plan, if you don't already know this, folks, once the divorce is final, I am leaving Oklahoma. I want to get as much distance from she who should not be named as I can. That being said, if the divorce happens to somehow, and I don't foresee this, just throwing this out here, if it happens to finalize before Rebel ScumCon, there is a chance that I am going to wait to move until afterwards. Just because I kind of want to go. But there's also I think you've already got my ticket, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I can get in. I don't know where I'm going to stay yet. And I'll get it figured out somehow. I'll get it figured out. I mean, it's going to be rough because, like, I'm broke, and because lawyers cost a lot of money. Fucking crooks. And yeah, so there's that. So if it does finalize before then, there's a chance that hey DJ, there's a chance that I'm just gonna wait until Rebel ScumCon is over, just because I want to go. And then obviously if it's not final by then I will go. Very simple. The big thing is I got to figure out where I'm going to stay. Okay, so that was Rebel ScumCon's coming up in August. Really looking forward to it. It was so much. If you've never been and you can make it to Frisco, Texas, it's a lot of fun. It's like Celebration Light.
Yeah.
And it's really a lot of fun.
Really and actually, the cool thing about it too, I think, Steve, is that they are growing.
Yeah.
Rebel ScumCon is growing. When you told me about it the first time, it was actually, I think you told me it was bigger the year that we all went together. It was bigger that year than it was the year previous. And then this year they've invested even more money, which means it's even going to be bigger this year. And there are, for those of you who have not got a chance, go to their website and look up the different places or the different people that are actually coming to it. There are a lot of people coming to it. And one of the ones I'm excited about, because it's actually going to be me and Julie and Drew leaving from the Wichita area. We're going to drop down to Oklahoma, pick up Steve. and then we're going to head to the con. But I told Drew already, and I'm going to tell Steve, I'm bringing my Stranger helmet so that way Manny Jacinto can actually sign it for me, because
Oh,
I am
that'll be
going to
cool.
try to get a photo op and a signature on the helmet from Manny Jacinto, so that way, because I would love to have that, because I thought he was a excellent part of the Acolyte, probably the best part of the whole thing, and I would really love
Jason from The Good
to.
Place.
I would really love to have his signature on the helmet. That would be fantastic. I was trying to decide because I have his lightsaber too. I actually have the splittable, the 2-part lightsaber. But I think the helmet. I think I'm going to bring the helmet, and I actually want him to sign the helmet. So
That's he's already
yeah,
got
but
5 autograph tickets.
huh?
Matt, he says he's got 5 autograph tickets already.
Woo, nice.
That's
I might
cool.
have to do that myself. And Star Wars related, for those of you who don't know or you have not heard yet, the 4 main characters of the show or of the movie Fanboys. If you know what that movie is, if you don't, I highly recommend that you watch it because it is freaking hilarious.
Dude, we
All
got to do a
4
Fanboys
guys,
episode.
all 4 guys from the Fanboys movie are going to be at Rebel Scum Con at the same time. If they're doing a panel or they're doing autographs and like pictures together, all 4 of them,
What the hell, man?
I am so in.
That'll be cool. We should do a
That would be
Fanboys
cool.
episode.
We should do a Fanboys episode.
So yeah, Rebel Scum Con's coming August. I don't remember the dates actually. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It haven't been. So yeah, that was the first thing I wanted to get out of the way. Oh, by the way, you know what? Beard's coming in.
Hey, look at that.
No,
hey, look at that. Mr. Peach Fuzz right there.
Yeah, Mr. Peach Fuzz. Well, it's a little bit more than Peach Fuzz.
Well, my beard is coming back, but involuntarily, because
I need to get one of those brushes that
like
beard brushes that
yes,
exfoliates and all that. Anyway, whatever. You've never seen Fanboys? Jesus Christ. Man.
Oh my God.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to mention, Drew and Matt both talked about this in the chat a few minutes ago. I also have seen Masters of the Universe.
Yes, I have not yet.
I went Saturday night with a friend. Another thing, JD, I want you to remind me to tell you that story too.
Okay.
But not for public consumption, folks. Sorry. But yeah, I went and saw Masters of the Universe, and it was a lot of fun. It was a good movie. It was fun to watch. It was silly, but it was like this is pretty fun. I mean, yeah.
But it is an 80s like silly comic Saturday morning cartoon. I mean, if it's not silly, I would be very disappointed.
Oh, dude, yeah. And Drew and wait, have you seen it, JD?
No, I have not seen it.
So Drew
yeah, I was going to go last weekend. I was actually going to try to talk to your girlfriend to go on Sunday to go see it, but unfortunately, I was, like I said, working so much.
I would go see it again.
Yeah.
But Drew and Matt will know what I'm talking about. The first after credit scene.
I've heard.
I've heard. I blew up. I was like, hell yeah.
I've heard. So I've heard about one of them. I didn't know there was more than one after credit scene. I know there was an after credit.
There were
3. Okay. Yeah. I've only heard about one of them. I've heard about one of them. So is it the She-Ra one?
No, that's the second one.
Oh, okay. No, the first one I don't know anything about.
One.
The first one I don't know anything about.
I'm gonna DM you and tell you what it is.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to spoil it because this is something
we've never been.
This is something people need to see.
Drew. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
because we talked about that. We talked about
yeah,
that. Okay, yeah.
that was
Drew
so
actually
cool,
said.
man.
Drew actually said when we get a chance, we'll go see it. So we might, if I'm not working this weekend, I hopefully I'm not. If not, yeah, Drew, I'll take you up on that, buddy. We'll go
There
see
were
it.
so many funny lines and funny
Mhm.
moments in it. Dude, there was this one part. This isn't going to spoil the movie, but Drew and Matt will probably remember what I'm talking about. It doesn't spoil the movie, but there's a line where one of the characters they're in this battle. and there's Ram Man. You seen the commercial where Ram Man is in it?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, so they're in this fight, and he says to Ram Man, he says, "Give all these people head." And
Oh my
I
God.
fell out of my chair. I was laughing so damn hard. Yeah, Ram Man, give them head. I was like,
oh God.
and the way Ram Man looked at him, I fell out of my seat. I was laughing so damn hard. It's such a good movie, man. It's such a good movie.
I've heard there's a lot of good, funny, 80s and weird
It's
jokes in
really,
it too.
it's really funny.
Yeah.
And no, definitely, if you get a chance to go see it, don't read the reviews, don't read the online trolls. Make your own judgment. This movie was freaking hilarious. It was so good.
I have heard everybody who's gone to see it said they really liked it. I haven't really heard anybody say that it was bad. They said it's a fun, campy, funny movie. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, from what I've heard, it's not doing well in the theaters. That's the only thing I've heard.
Whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
neck and neck, put your neck away. No, it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Man, are we gonna even make it to Darth Maul? Yeah,
we better.
We will.
Better.
We will. Okay, so we're done with all that. We don't have a drawn for the Force because there are no Star Wars comics coming out this week.
So straight to show me your thingy.
So we're going straight to dun, 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 dun. Show me your thingy. Show me your thingy.
This is how we do special effects and sound bites people.
Oh, Drew, yes.
Us acting like idiots.
Yes.
Oh God.
That was freaking hilarious.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that part.
Oh my gosh, it was
honestly. I've said this before, but Jared Leto, I don't understand. I don't understand how the hell he keeps getting acting roles because
why
he's
they keep
horrible.
giving him work. No, but no, the business suit Skeletor was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That whole montage that was going on at that time was just like
I need to watch it. Now if I watch it this weekend, then we have a choice on Tuesday. I need to watch it, and if I watch it this weekend, we have a choice on Tuesday. We can either do the Fanboys one or we can do Masters of the Universe. So but anyway,
you should go watch Masters of the Universe then.
If I'm not working this weekend, I might. Drew already said he'd go, so I might go pick up Drew and we're gonna watch it. So
yeah.
Anyway,
show
me your thingy.
I agree, Drew. Yeah,
Leto is one of the worst people ever.
Honestly, I despise. Yeah. Okay, so show me your thingy.
Anyway,
yes. James says he has two. So
I have two. I have three, but two of them are the same thing.
Okay, go ahead and show that first, and then I will take my turn, and then we'll come back.
Okay. So to kind of continue, it's a kind of a continuation of the last episode that we had. These are all part of the Mandalorian and Grogu line, and I actually got these. These are the Black Series white boxes that I got from Walmart. So Imperial Remnant AT-AT driver.
Ooh.
Yeah, in the first edition white box. Yes, right there. Very cool with the artwork on the side. Very cool. So yeah, AT-AT driver, kind of neat.
Heck yeah.
right there. That's kind of cool. And then I also I got a Imperial Remnant AT-RT driver, kind of with the short trooper helmet, but he's an AT-RT driver. Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. Yeah, check that out. And then there's a little bit of the but so that was the first edition. That's part of that first edition white box line that I got, and I showed Colonel Sigourney Weaver's character, and then the Mandalorian Grogu deluxe set that they had, the white box edition. So this goes along with those. I don't know if there's any more. Honestly, I've been out of it for a week, so I have no idea if there's more of them. If there is, I'll have to look for them, but I did not see whether there was. So that's two of my first three thingies. So go ahead, Steve.
Okay. All right. So I was at Walmart recently. And I found this in the clearance aisle, and it was pretty cheap, so I went ahead and got it. It is a metal fig by Jada. And it's kind of tiny, so I'm gonna have to.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's really like the details are really cool for like little tiny.
Yeah. Was it like a metal kind of thing where it's kind of
shiny
and
it's like
those are cool. I actually have so yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's neat. That is definitely neat. Those die cast ones are pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say too, I have recently discovered Whatnot, and I don't know if you people know what Whatnot is. It's an app where you can log on and people do.
I think I've heard of it.
Yes, people do auctions out of their like personal auctions out of their homes, and they sell stuff. I have recently discovered that, and I'm going to literally kill the person who introduced me to that, because I have purchased quite a few things from it, and begrudgingly so. But when they sell stuff that I don't have, and I'm going, ooh, I really want that. I actually have some similar things coming up that you have, Steve, that I will show in future. Show me your thingies. So I have a lot of cool stuff coming up for you guys. I actually, since we are on hiatus during May the 4th, I actually have quite a few cool things coming up for May the 4th as well. So stay tuned for the Show Me Your Thingy segment, because there's going to be quite a few cool things that are going to be coming up. So, but the last thing I wanted to show is I picked this up. This is actually the last Rebel Legion / 501st Armory party that we had there in Wichita at Drew's grandparents' house. One of the people that was there actually brought this in, and I thought this was absolutely excellent, because I do enjoy and like the High Republic, and to see a lot of the art or conceptual art from the books and comics and things like that, it really kind of adds context and adds a little bit more to the stories, and adds more to the books when you can actually visualize what there is they're talking about. So what I picked up at a really good price actually was I picked up the Art of the High Republic, and it's a whole book that actually shows, like, here's on the back, that's Marky on Row on the back. For those of you who do not know who he is the pirate leader, or he's the leader of the Nihil pirate factions. So that's him on the back there. And it's cool, because not only do you get to see and reference a lot of like different characters from within the universe, but you also get for like people like us who are doing costuming and things like that, you actually get a lot of really cool artwork and ideas for potential High Republic era Jedi outfits or Nihil or something like that. Now, I don't know if the 501st or the Dark Empire actually do Nihil yet, but I know you can do like High Republic Jedi, so you get a lot of cool references and some different kinds of outfits that you can put together and things like that. And then let's see here. Yeah, I mean, there's just a whole host of wonderful artwork in here from the High Republic era. So really cool book. If you're interested in the High Republic and you like the books, I highly recommend it because they even have like concept art of Yoda and his outfits during the High Republic era when he was younger. And yeah, so really cool. And then uh they go through all kinds of just different concepts and things that they were going through and some sketches and sketch art and it's a like I said, excellent book. Excellent book. So Art of the High Republic. I do recommend it. And it's not very expensive. You can get it at Ollie's or you can get it at Amazon and it's not expensive at all.
So
Yeah.
like how much should you spend on it?
I actually got that through Amazon, and I think I spent like I think with tax, I think it was like $18.
Oh, that's
But
not bad at all.
if you go to Ollie's, I think the person who actually brought that book and the reason why I was interested in buying it is they went to Ollie's and found it at Ollie's, and I think it was like $10 at Ollie's,
Oh wow.
which is cool.
Um,
So, like I said, if you're interested in that kind of thing and you like that costuming and that kind of thing, there's all kinds of references to different things in there for the High Republic era. Really cool, and it's a really cool reference guide, and they go through and do a lot of the concept art. So, yeah, it's really good.
I think there's one of those in this town that I'm living in right now.
Mm-hmm. They're
I don't
they're
live in
all
Norman anymore, by the way, folks. If you want to know
um,
why, check the Discord. Uh, yeah,
or watch a previous episode.
or watch previous episodes. No, I live in a right now. I'm living in a town called Midwest City. Um, Honestly, not a really big fan, but no, that's cool. Yeah, I think there's an Ollie's here, so I'll have to go check that out.
Yeah, yeah, definitely recommend it.
That's
Like I
cool.
said, if High Republic and that kind of thing is something that you're interested in, there's some great references, including sketch art and art of the High Republic and things like that. So, and this one's probably one of the better ones I've seen. Like I said, there's some really great references to Jedi outfits in there that, and obviously being a Jedi fan, and like I said, the Nihil and then a few others and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of
No,
thing.
I'd like to see the Nihil stuff.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool
So.
stuff. That's cool stuff. Um, hmm.
Hmm.
I guess
Hmm.
show us. We've done showing you our thingies.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. And we're not being creepy about it.
well, you're not.
Oh,
Um,
I'm not.
no, I guess it's time to talk about
Let's talk
Shadow.
about some Darth Maul.
We showed you our thingy. No. Um, yeah. Okay. So Shadow Lord. All right. Let me get the few notes that I have pulled up here. You want to start?
um, we kind of hit on it on our shenanigans episode because we said we were going to talk about it ahead of time, and some of the things that we predicted sort of came true. We kind of predicted that in order to turn Devin completely over to the dark side, it was going to take the death of her master to do it, and
Yeah.
basically leave her in the hands of Darth Maul because her master was kind of the only thing grounding her to the light. Where she kind of it seemed like that Darth Maul throughout the thing was kind of playing on her ideas to turn to the dark side, but her master was what was keeping her there,
Mm-hmm.
keeping her on the light side. And so
Joy. Better late than never.
so we kind of called it. We kind of called it out at the beginning. We thought maybe it was the Inquisitors, and then we had a few conversations about like what happens if Darth Vader shows up and Darth
And
Vader
that
and Darth
happened. Yeah.
Maul, and that happened. And so we did see that, but it ended up being Darth Vader is the one who caused the death of her master, which kind of makes sense because her master was a badass. So we've kind of talked about that. We kind of talked about a few of our predictions, and I don't remember like a lot of them. Um, other than those, I think
It,
those were kind of our main topics when we were kind of talking about what our
it's
predictions were
been
going to be.
several.
It's been quite a while.
Actually, it's been several months since we talked about it.
It's been a couple months. It's been a couple
Yeah.
months since we talked about it. So I think the best thing we can do, Steve, is that we have episodes where we talked about the first four. I think what we ought to do is we ought to take 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we'll just kind of read a synopsis of what each episode was about, and
Yeah.
we'll kind of see if we can remember and discuss and kind of interact with the chat here about what their favorite parts of each episode was. And if you folks remember it, that's great. If you don't, that's fine too. We're going to try to just kind of shoot through this, and then we'll give an overall of our thoughts of the whole episode and what our expectations are for season 2.
So this is more overview thing, but I want to get it out there while it's on my head or in my brain.
Yes.
But when I did start my rewatch, and I think I am pretty sure that I mentioned this when we were originally doing our recap. But like the animation, how incredible is the world building as far as animation? The city itself is just freaking beautiful.
You and I kind of hit on that when we first started talking about it, how great the animation was and how cool and everything that they brought up. And Maul drinking tea, yes, 100%, Matt. The animation throughout the entire series, all the way up to the end, did not disappoint. I mean, it can stay consistent. It was great to see how they used, like, they didn't try to hide that it was, the animation style. They actually kind of kept going with that throughout the other 4 episodes that we watched. The last 4 episodes. So I was grateful for that. I think it actually added a great deal of depth to the overall show, and the fact that they were just embracing the fact, because you've got some that'll try to get it to be as close to, I don't know. It almost seems like the overuse of CGI and trying to get it to look normal, and then not taking away from the fact that it is animation and that kind of thing, and then keeping that artistic style in there. It seems like that happens sometimes, and I love the fact that they leaned on it so hard. I think it was great. I think it was fantastic, and I think it added to the stigma of the show and the uniqueness of it being so leaning on that artistic value of it.
I think I would go so far as to say, as far as the animation goes, this is probably the best animation of any of the Star Wars animated shows.
Right. So you're talking about, now are you talking specifically about not necessarily like overall like story or anything like that? You're talking about strictly like
just the animation,
of coloring and the painting and everything like that.
Yeah. Just the animation, like the artwork. Just in general, the artwork is the best artwork of any Star Wars animated show. Cannot get past that. It's like, man, that looks so good. Okay, so we dropped off after 4 because life sucks sometimes.
Stuff happens.
So chapter 5 was called Inquisition. And that's when like the Empire has shown up. And Merrick shows up. And we saw him in
Ahsoka season 1.
Ahsoka, yeah. So the Empire's there, and like Rook and Maul have this conversation about, maybe we need to leave. And Maul's like, no. I've got business here. And he's talking about Devin. And then is this the one? Oh, man. Is this the one where they end up? Spoiler alert, folks, if you've not seen this show.
If you're watching this show and you haven't seen it, you probably should go away.
Yeah. Is this the episode where the chief of police ends up getting whacked?
No, I don't think so.
Or is that the next one?
I think that was, oh my God. Okay. You're asking me to remember things like this and I'm tired. Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I think that was the final episode. I don't think he actually. I don't think he actually dies until the last episode.
No,
I could be wrong.
No, the chief, not Lawson. I'm talking about the
boss. Yeah, because the Empire shows up and then she just disappears.
Yeah, because they question her.
She's just gone. Yes. Okay. So yes, the chief. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think this is the episode where they question her and she's just gone. And we don't actually even see what happens to her. That's it. Gone. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Which is, I think was put in there to stress. Is it Larson? Did I say that right? Lawson's. To kind of stress Lawson's point. The whole reason why he didn't want to involve the Empire to begin with is because the Empire and the way they do things and the way they were handling the situation was question people till they die and then you just go away. And so, yeah, I have a feeling that was why things were as brutal with her as they were, where you just don't see what happens to her because of that.
This is also the episode where we finally actually see Lawson's wife.
Yes. And it's not Deirdre. Damn it.
So that's all I remember about this episode.
Do we have a synopsis of it? Do you have a were you able to find
let me pull up Wikipedia. Okay. Imperial forces led by Lieutenant Blake and the Jedi hunting Inquisitor Merrick occupy Janek City, cutting off Devin and Daki as they attempt to escape. Oh, I remember that part. Despite the protests of his second in command, Rook cast Maul decides to stay in hopes of making Devin his apprentice. I said that already. Lawson is questioned by Merrick and claims that he first encountered Maul during the firefight. What firefight?
The one where they that's the one where they went down into where they were staying. They finally figured out where they were.
Oh,
and they
right.
Went down and there was a big there's a big firefight. Yeah. That's when
Riley contacts his mother, who works for the Empire, and she tells Riley to cooperate. Merrick investigates the scene of the firefight. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. And sees evidence of Maul's duel with Devin and Daki.
Yep.
Blake allows Lawson to go home, where he finds Devin and Daki seeking refuge with Riley. Okay, right. I do remember that.
Yes, I remember that.
I mean, overall, it was a good episode. It was like, I wouldn't say it's my favorite episode, but it's.
I think it was more of. I don't want to say. I hate to use the word filler. I really do. After we had all our conversations about like Mando and like Obi-Wan and stuff like that, I hate using the word filler anymore.
I don't really think it was filler. I think it was just setting up stuff in here that was like important to the story.
Yeah, I think they were doing some things that were going to set up, like, obviously future events. I mean, obviously that's the case. That's kind of stupid to say, but it really was kind of leaning heavily on. We're kind of getting things set up for the final couple episodes. Is what it kind of felt like to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Chapter 6 was called Night of the Hunted. Merrick appears at Lawson's apartment and duels Daki and Devin. The pair steal an Imperial gunship and escape with Lawson and Riley, but they're chased through the city by other gunships and are shot down. Lawson takes them to meet Sewell. Why do I not remember who Sewell is? Shit. Hang on. As soon as I see the character. Oh, okay. That was the one from the earlier episode where he was trying to get information about Maul. Okay.
The casino. The casino owner.
Right.
Right.
Right. So the Empire arrives at Sewell's casino. Lawson and Naki hold off Imperial stormtroopers while Devon and Riley escape to a train platform. They are pursued by Merrick, who duels with Devon on the train. Maul comes to their aid, helping Devon overpower Merrick until they can get away from him. Merrick contacts his master to confirm Maul's presence and that of the Jedi. Gonna be real with you folks. I remember very little about this episode.
Damn it.
I told you guys we wouldn't be prepared.
That's okay.
Hey, Sporting Bear, you are here for the last half of the show where we are fumbling our way through a recap of Shadow. Since you weren't here earlier,
some of us have been working a lot. Some of us didn't watch the show.
I think both of us didn't watch the show.
Well, I had
we
I
watched
had
the show. We just didn't do a rewatch, and so we're kind of,
we're making it. We're all right. We're good.
We're doing something. You know, it's there. We had some fun earlier.
This is a Shadow Lord / Shadow Lord shenanigans show.
Yep. We do got semi-bearded Steve again.
Yes. Working. And we have bearded JD only because bearded JD hasn't had a chance to shave in over a week.
Yeah, that's all right. Eventually, we will get full bearded. Chapter 6, complete blank. Don't remember any of this.
Oh, okay. Read the synopsis. Go ahead.
I did. That was one I just read. Yeah, I don't remember any of that.
Okay.
I don't remember any of that.
Go to
chapter 7, though. Call to Oblivion. Maul leads Devon and Riley to his current hideout and plans to escape from Janix on a starship. The Empire arrives and captures Riley. Okay, I do remember this episode. Devon escapes during the fighting and reunites with Naki and Lawson, who try to contact Two Boots about Riley. The droid is reluctant to help the fugitive and does not answer. Maul duels with Merrick and a second Inquisitor. Freaking Wikipedia doesn't even mention his name. There we go. The 11th brother.
Yeah. They called him. They had a nickname for him. They called him.
That's what I thought.
They called him. Yeah, I can't remember what they called him. Yeah, the 11th brother. I knew he was the 11th brother. They had like a nickname for him. He's like the Beak, or no, not the Beak. What the hell they call him?
While some of the Mandalorian
like
mercenaries attempt to flee in the starship, they are shot down by the Empire. Struggling with his damaged leg, Maul feigns surrender before collapsing a cavern roof, forcing the Inquisitors to retreat. I do remember this episode.
Yes.
Because
he was really kind of having trouble with that leg throughout the entire.
Having trouble for the leg for the rest of the series.
For the rest of the series, yeah, he really was kind of. He really was kind of. That was hindering him throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. No,
I think you're right, Smirking Bear. It was like the Raven or the Crow or something like that because he had a very beak-like appearance.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I remember this episode because I remember the lightsaber duel.
Mm-hmm. Which I mean, 100%. The lightsaber duels, I really, honestly, they continue to impress. As far as I'm concerned, they continue to. They're so awesome.
Yeah, no.
And I love the fact, like when we discussed it, when we talked about the first 2 episodes, they were going back to a more realistic, like mocap version of lightsaber battles instead of doing like fully animated where there was no human interaction. And these are getting to the point where they're continuing to do that, where they're using mocap to do the lightsaber battles, so they seem more realistic.
Speaking of lightsaber battles, go ahead.
Well, but at the same time, they're keeping the animation style, but they're still using, like I said, they're still using mocap and things like that to do the lightsaber battles. And like I said, they continue. I think they continue to impress. I've been so impressed with the way that they integrate and like Darth Maul's double lightsaber was always menacing, but seeing an Inquisitor with those spinning lightsabers, it's cool, but I still don't think they outmatch Darth Maul. And the cool part of it is that really they didn't. If it wasn't for his bad leg, he probably would have been done a lot better. But
oh yeah, definitely.
but yeah, it was. I think it was 100% impressive.
Now, but what I wanted to say about lightsaber duels in general.
Mm-hmm.
So think about, and we might have difference of opinion on this anyway, but think about some of the best lightsaber duels in Star Wars, both live action and animation.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what the common denominator is?
I I mean, we could go on. We could do a whole episode of this, but
Darth Maul.
okay.
Lightsaber battle at the end of Phantom Menace.
Uh-huh.
One of the best.
Yeah. Oh, you mean okay? Yeah. Okay. Now I got you. I'm with you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying some of the best, not the best. Okay.
Yeah.
Phantom Menace. Lightsaber duel. Last season of the Clone Wars with Ahsoka.
Uh-huh.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Okay.
Which we also know they used Ray Park and they used a stunt actress from Ahsoka as then they did mocap. They did mocap for that. Yeah.
And then Shadow Lord. And then Shadow Lord, we've got a bunch of cool lightsaber duels.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of lightsaber battles in that one. Yes.
So outside of Darth Vader, Maul may very well be the best duelist.
I've often, and we talked about this as we thought about like how cool it would it be to actually see, and I think was it Roe with us when we talked about this? Was it Roe with us when we talked about this? We actually talked about how cool it would be to see Darth Vader and Darth Maul actually battle one another to see who the better duelist would be
at their peak.
At their peak. My one regret about the prequels was that they did not when the end of the Phantom Menace hit and we saw Darth Maul cut in half, he was such a badass. And to me, the most disappointing part of it was the fact that they did not keep him as a villain throughout all three movies. If he'd have been Sidious's right-hand man throughout the whole thing, and then like Dooku and Grievous were just pawns in the battle. But Darth Maul was the guy that, he was the big baddie. And I don't know how that would have played out as far as the movies was concerned. But if they'd have stayed consistent with him being the big baddie, I mean, because he was in one movie and he made such an impact. Yeah. And now with Shadow Lord, we get to see like more individual stuff. We get to see more more focused on his journey and seeing him transition into something different. And when I say something different, I say like him being a master and actually training his own apprentice that he's now taking on. I just the impact that he had in one movie, and then what we've seen of him through animation and books and things like that. I mean, I would have loved to have actually seen him be the. I would have actually loved to see him be the badass wrecking crew that he could be throughout the entire series.
It's definitely a character where the movies dropped the ball, but redeemed themselves in animation and comic books. Because he's Matt and Bear. No, it's not a kitty. You see, there is a fan up here that is constantly moving because Oklahoma's fucking hot. So there's a fan, and that is why these. What do you want, Leia? That is why these shirts are moving.
It's a ghost. It's a ghost, people. There's a phantom in there.
Leia thinks I'm talking to her because I'm looking that way.
Yeah, oh.
Leia is. So if you're new, by the way, why don't we show off? This is Princess Leia. This is Princess Leia. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl.
Maul talking bank. Matt Maul talking bank. How many times he didn't even talk that much? I mean, but that does bring up a good point. He's doing way more like philosophical and having way more conversations and like this and like in Clone Wars and stuff like that. And even if you just let's just say go back to the Phantom Menace conversation. If we look at the impact that he had from Phantom Menace, he didn't even say a whole lot.
No, he
Most
didn't.
of
He didn't.
most of his pedigree comes from his actions. I mean, just how badass he was, and he didn't have to say a whole lot for people to go, "Okay, that dude's scary."
Yeah.
And yeah, so the fact that we're getting tea drinking philosophical master level Darth Maul in this one is interesting. But continue.
There is a really cool quote, and I think it's from. I want to say it's from episode 1 that I really like. And it's not. It's just a cool quote. It doesn't like have any far-reaching impact unless you think it does. But it's just a really cool quote. He says, this is probably not going to be verbatim because I don't remember the exact words. You're operating on the premise that I am somehow the villain here, but it's not as simple as good or evil.
Yeah, he kind of stressed that throughout the whole thing because he was trying to convince Devin that everything she'd heard about him, and I'm not sure. I know what quote you're talking about, but I'm not sure if that's verbatim or not. We'd have to go back and look at it.
I don't know.
But
Just such a cool quote.
He was talking about you assume that I'm the villain, but he was kind of going back to the fact that I think the trauma of him being cast aside by Sidious really kind of left a mark on him. Yeah. And he kind of stressed that out through the entire series about how his ultimately what the revenge that he wanted was to get back at his old master.
Yeah. No, Bear, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Chapter 8 was called The Creeping Fear.
Mm-hmm.
Cast leads Maul's remaining followers and Vario. Oh man, I forgot about Vario. To a rendezvous point. Maul continues to struggle with his leg and experiences hallucinations of his past, including his brutal training, which we just brought up, by the Sith Lord Darth Sidious, who is now Emperor, and the one who killed Maul's brother, Savage. Two Boots decides to free Riley, and the pair join Lawson, Devin, and Daki outside the precinct. They go to meet with Soul, who has a ship, but the Jedi sense that this is a trap. Soul is being held at gunpoint by Blake and the Inquisitors. The group turn back before they are caught. And Soul blows up the ship with herself and Blake beside it. Maul reunites with his followers.
That was a cool episode.
I will say that I remember about 60% of this episode.
Yeah, I remember quite a bit of it. That was a cool episode because he unfortunately, well, I mean, it's the last episode, and it's the one where we get to see there's quite a bit that happened there. There's quite a bit to unpack.
I remember the hallucinations and whatnot, and the whole Sith Lord Darth Sidious thing. Yeah, I remember all of that. I remember Two Boots. I remember Two Boots finally saying, I'm going to go and help. I don't remember the rest of it because at this point, wait a minute, is this the synopsis doesn't say, but is it this episode or the next episode where we first hear? No, it's the next episode. It's the next episode.
It's the next.
Okay.
Where we
see somebody, where we see somebody from a movie.
Yeah.
Which is chapter 9. It's called Strange Allies. Dryden Voss of the Crimson Dawn. I remember this episode really well. Offers Maul safe passage in exchange for becoming Crimson Dawn's new leader. Maul sends a message to Devon, and she leads the rest of her group to a meeting point where Maul proposes an alliance to get off the planet. Lawson suggests an underground route to the rendezvous point. They come to an acidic river of toxic waste. Man, this part was so cool. The group slowly crosses.
Yeah. They lose so many freaking people in that episode.
They do.
It's terrible.
So the group slowly crosses as the Inquisitors catch up with them. Maul holds the Inquisitors off long enough for the others to cross, and then he joins them outside the city. They are confronted by the Inquisitor's master, Darth Vader, who kills Cast. Okay. I want to say something about the synopsis.
Okay, go ahead.
This one sentence. Maul holds off the Inquisitors long enough for the others to cross and then joins them. That's all it says.
Yeah.
Do you remember how he got across? Like that flip he does. It's like, freaking, that was so amazing.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that he was able to hold off 2 Inquisitors by, almost by himself. That
with
was
a busted leg.
With a busted leg, yeah. It tells you, that part right there tells you, and the duel was good.
The
duel was freaking awesome. But it kind of tells you, like, if he'd have been 100%, I can't imagine how that worked out. But you know what, though? The thing about it is
worked out.
Yeah, how the 11th sister
with those guys.
Yeah, the 11th, or is it the 11th sister or 11th brother?
11th brother.
11th brother.
Birdman.
So, yeah, the Birdman. Yeah, 11th brother and Merrick. We know they survive because we know who takes them out. And if you don't know who takes them out, you need to watch. I think it's Tales of the Jedi, and you see Ahsoka actually confront the 11th brother. And you know, if you haven't seen it, you need to watch. You need to watch it. I won't give you spoilers, but you need to watch it so we know what happens to him. And then we know what happens to Merrick, and that happens in Ahsoka season 1. So we knew they survived the encounter, but how it was going to play out was just the interesting part.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good. And then we actually lost what's the droid's
bird
name?
There.
Yeah, surfing bird. What's the droid's name?
The droid is so cool.
The droid. That was. I actually felt bad for him, dude. I actually felt bad because they threw a lightsaber at him and cut him in half. And like before he falls into the whatever that toxic stuff was, he actually cries out, "Master!" And I was like, I felt bad for him. I was like, oh, that just, yeah. I mean, everybody says Chopper's bad. That dude was worse. But I felt bad. I was like, oh, man, that just sucks. You almost, at that point, when after the Empire shows up and you see, kind of them and their relentless pursuit of Maul and their relentless pursuit of Devon and and her master and all of them, you almost kind of feel, I feel like you almost feel sympathetic.
Yeah.
Like you almost feel like you want them to win. You want them to take down the Empire. And at the same time, you go, okay, Darth Maul was literally a Sith Lord. How do I reconcile that? I want him to win. I want him to be successful. But how do I reconcile the fact that I want them to escape? I want them to take revenge.
Well.
And then you feel bad for the droid when the droid gets cut in half. I was
Oh,
like,
I know
oh
how
man,
you
come
can
on.
reconcile that, JD. It's very easy.
Yes, I know. Come to the dark side.
Come to the dark side.
Oh, speaking of which, I didn't say this earlier when I said show me your thingy. So this is gonna kind of go off on a tangent a little bit. So I was talking earlier. I was talking. Yeah, take a drink. Scroll moment. I was talking earlier about. So most of you folks know that I'm in the Rebel Legion, and my outfit currently is a Jedi outfit. I have ordered the base layers and all the under stuff for my Darth Vader outfit, including the cape. And now, thanks to this little bit of overtime that I got from the storm, I will be ordering the rest of the complete outfit. So stay tuned. I will probably be taking some pictures that I'll send to Steve, and then we can post it in one of the show me your thingies. But I actually, Steve, I will be coming to the dark side because
Yeah, you
I will
will.
be my very first 501st costume submission will be Darth Vader, the Empire Strikes Back version.
Okay.
So stay tuned, people.
Yeah, come to the dark side.
Coming to the dark side because we've got cookies. Oh,
We have cookies.
the Spybot. Yeah, Spybot.
Spybot's awesome. He's cool. All right, which brings us to chapter 10. The Dark Lord was the name of that one. Maul. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm good.
Maul and the Jedi engage Vader and the Inquisitors while Vario, Two Boots, and the Lawsons make their way to the rendezvous point, which is full of Imperial troops. During the fighting, Daki pushes Merrick off a bridge. With Devin distracted fighting the 11th brother, Maul decides to leave Daki to be killed by Vader. Smart. Devin sees her master die and is overcome with rage, as she should be. Maul helps her escape from the Inquisitor and Vader and promises to train her so they can have revenge. Lawson sacrifices himself to allow Riley, Two Boots, and Vario to reach Voss's ship. Joined by Maul and Devin, as the ship leaves Janix, Devin agrees to become Maul's apprentice.
Told ya, Darth Talon. If anybody at this point is denying that is Darth Talon, I'm sorry, but you are wrong in so many ways. She's Twi'lek, female, trained by Darth Vader. That is Talon. Darth Talon.
Darth Talon. Yeah, I remember this episode quite well.
Yeah. Hello, puppy. Yes.
Yes, puppy. No, man, this episode was great. Again, going back to the lightsaber duel. Puppy.
Puppy.
No, there was some cool lightsaber duels in this.
Yes. And even Vader didn't have to say a whole lot. And I've heard, this is the thing, I was going to tell you this earlier. I've heard different rumors about, what was her name? The Mandalorian. Damn it, you said it a minute ago. His right hand, Rook. Thank you, Rook. Sorry, I told you, people, I'm punch drunk. Please don't judge. I'm just punch drunk because I'm tired. So there was even a part in there where she gets dragged off by Vader. If you haven't seen it yet, oh, it's creepy as hell. But she gets dragged off into the fog, and you haven't even seen Vader yet, but she gets dragged off in the fog, and you kind of know what's going on. And I've heard different people, like everywhere from force choked to death to some very not suitable, very gruesome ideas of what happened to her. But what we do know is that she is no longer alive.
Yeah.
And it was a heck of an introduction because you see her talking, and the next thing you know, she gets dragged off in, and something happens to her, and it sounds gross. And then the next thing you know, we're hearing Darth Vader breathing. And I'm like,
Joy says she loves tuning into Rebel Puppy Radio every week.
Yeah, Puppy Radio. Is it Rebel Puppy Radio?
Yeah, Rebel Puppy Radio. What about Rebel Kitty? Where'd she go?
Rebel Kitty. Rebel Pet Radio.
Rebel Pet Radio.
No, say hi to the people. Yeah, the people.
Yeah, I mean, such a shame. Another Mandalorian sister cut down in her prime.
Was she in her prime? Really? Are we sure she was in her prime?
Maybe not. Maybe not. Here's a picture for you. Oh,
Yeah, Darth Talon. See, I don't know. I would imagine. Here's my honest opinion on that. I think that in a lot of ways, what people remember about Darth Talon, I think will probably change quite a bit.
yeah,
Because if everybody remembers, and those of you who may have read the comics and like the a lot of the EU material that had to do with Darth Talon, um, obviously her outfit is not going to be appropriate for Disney, so Disney's probably not going to replicate that.
no.
And I think that her throughout her journey, I think it will be. I mean, we'll see a lot different. But if she is a quote unquote rogue Sith Lord, let's say, and she was trained by Darth Maul to be a fixture in the upcoming like series or movies or what have you, obviously we'll see some changes. We'll see some changes in the character. But
Chat wants to know what the puppy's name is.
Peanut. His name is Peanut.
Oh, not Chopper.
Yes.
Okay.
Huh?
Well, Matt said that you should name him Chopper.
No, his name is Peanut. I actually, so for those of you, kind of off subject for a second, but for those of you who don't know, I actually adopted him from a family who could not keep him in El Dorado, where I live. They could not keep him because they had too many puppies, and they had to, unfortunately, relocate two of them. And he was one of, it was him and a brother, and I could not take both of them, but I was able to take him. And I did not name him. She named him, and he already responded to Peanut. So I just kept the name Peanut, and that's his name. My girlfriend calls him Squirtle. But so, yeah, his name is Peanut. So his name is Peanut. Come here. Yeah. Peanut. Say hi. Yes, puppy. And he likes to sit up here in my lap while we're doing podcasts. So he is kind of my podcast companion. I'm just saying. But anyway, 100% though, I really do think that she is going to be Disney's iteration of Talon. I really think that's what's going to happen. And I'm kind of curious if the popularity of her is good enough, whether she'll show up in movies. Like, could she be potentially the antagonist of up and coming movies?
Mm.
And I could see it happening.
I don't know. Like, wouldn't it be interesting if she were to show up in season 2 of Ahsoka?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Is like season 2 of Ahsoka, or maybe even further down the road, where like, so and I'm fumbling with the name. I normally know it because I actually have the comic book. I have the entire comic book series of Legacy of gosh dang it, I can't remember. Steve, maybe you know what it is. It's the one after it that had Luke Skywalker's grandson and Darth Talon, and where they kind of introduced all those characters. It was a certain, because he has a phone call right now, people.
I don't know. Nobody ever answers that phone. I don't even know why that phone's in this bedroom. Like, nobody ever answers that phone.
It's probably a telemarketer anyway. But anyway, the comic book series that actually introduced Darth Talon and several other Jedi, which is, I think it took place 150 or so years after Return of the Jedi. Yeah. So, is there a good possibility that she could be like a leader of some new Sith cult or something of that? Could she be, could she take over as a Sith Lord and be an antagonist in a future movie involving a new Jedi Order. I'm not saying she wouldn't. I think it would be kind of neat to see if that would happen. But who's to say? I don't know. There's a reason they're bringing her into the fold, and I think Dave Filoni has some ideas about where her character goes, because we know the fate of Darth Maul. We know what happens to him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Obviously, they need someone to kind of carry that mantle. And honestly, I really do think they're trying to push this idea of making Darth Talon his apprentice and her carrying on Darth Maul's legacy.
Mhm.
I that is more of a prediction on my end, but I think that's kind of where they're going with it, if I'm to be honest.
Yeah. Which actually brings up
people had ideas of how you should have answered the phone, by the way.
Answer at Rebel Nerd Radio. You're on the air.
Yeah.
Or no. Because yeah, like one of the things I wanted to bring up on tonight's episode, and since we are kind of coming to the end of the discussion, so we can only speculate about Darth Talon or Devin, whoever it is.
Yeah.
What we don't have to speculate is that season 2 is already confirmed.
Correct.
And in development.
Yes.
So we know it picks up after the first season, obviously. Mm-hmm. What are we hoping to see from season 2? Chat, you want to chime in on this one? And you too, obviously, JD.
Yeah, well, I'm okay. You don't want to hear from me? That's fine.
No, I obviously want to hear from you.
No, you know what though? The interesting part is that we predicted that Darth Vader would somehow be involved, and we thought at the beginning that it would be an Inquisitor that would take down Devin's master, and that was what would force her to go to the dark side. Literally, they've stated that Darth Maul's ambition is that he wants to take out Sidious. He wants to take out Sidious, and he wants to take out the Empire. Right. I would say in season 2, he probably comes close to accomplishing that goal. And at some point, we know that he breaks off and that he goes to Tatooine to see Obi-Wan. Now, how are they going to... My question is, how are they going to integrate that into the Shadow Lord series? Are they not going to address it at all? Are they going to actually... Is there going to be something that's going to happen that's going to cause him to do that? That's going to get, kind of lead into that ambition to go find Obi-Wan on Tatooine? Or how's that going to work? That would be my question.
My theory, and okay, so we're June 16th, 2026, Rebel Nerd Radio. My theory is that they do not address it at all.
His end, or like him leaving?
Yeah, like they don't even address like his time from his first appearance on Rebels going forward. Like they don't even touch any of that. I don't think they will. Because I think, we know there's a season 2. We don't know if there's a season 3. I think this season is going to focus more on it's going to focus a lot more on his criminal enterprise. I think it's going to dive into Crimson Dawn a lot. Now,
I think, but you also have to consider though too is that it's going to dive into a lot of her training.
Yeah, no, I was about to get to that. It's going to get into the criminal enterprise, and it's going to get into him training Devin to be like. Can you imagine somebody that is going to be trained by Darth Maul.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying, though. Is it? Can you imagine? Can you imagine the legacy that she will carry on if this is, like I said, like I've said before, I've said this to other people before about her being Darth Talon, and this is how they introduced Darth Talon into the current canon. And everybody's like, I don't know, Darth Talon, the EU stories and blah 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 blah. And I'm going, yeah, I get what you're saying about it, but at the same time, can you imagine someone who was trained by Darth Maul, but maybe worse than Darth Maul?
Well, so I'm saying, because she didn't have to go through the trauma that he did.
Right.
But
he also, in a way, if you think about it, between the tea and the teachings and the philosophical side of him, he kind of, and I think that's kind of what they were trying to represent in the fact that he was having those flashbacks and he was kind of dealing with his demons kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was him moving beyond all that and becoming a much more grounded philosophically and grounded, more tactically, and being a better, instead of just being Darth Maul chaos, he was better at being Darth Maul, the calculated, intelligent lord of the underworld that he needed to be. And now he's taking all that knowledge and he's passing it on to her. And not only that, but his training and everything he knows about the dark side and all that stuff on top of it. So she's not only getting all of his trauma and everything that he had and learning all about that, but she's also learning like how to be calculated, how the underworld works, and how much she hates the Empire and how much the trauma of losing her master to Darth Vader, and now knowing that Darth Vader and Darth Sidious are to blame for that, and her, just not getting the full Jedi training and being able to control those emotions, but having all that ability anyway, and then going far beyond that. I think they're building her up to not just be Darth Maul's successor, but to surpass what Darth Maul was and what we're currently seeing about him. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to address two things. Matt says he wants Han, Chewie, Landa, and Kira. What I think is that there is a strong possibility that the second season will address at least one of them.
I think 100%. I think 100% we'll get Kira.
I think we're going to get Kira. I think we're going to get Kira because we're going to get Dryden Voss. We're going to get, we've already seen Dryden Voss, so we're going to get more Dryden Voss, which is going to give us Kira. So I see that. I don't see the other one showing up.
Okay, and here's my other thing too. I'm going to make this statement right now. I would be willing to put money on the fact that we're going to get Kira.
Oh yeah.
I am of the strong opinion that if we do not get Emily Clark to reprise her role as Kira, I will riot.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
If we can get Emilia Clarke to actually voice the animated Kira, dude, that would be fantastic. And as far as I'm concerned, if we don't get her to reprise her role, I swear I will riot. By myself. I don't even care.
I'm gonna riot.
I'm gonna riot by myself. I don't even give a shit. I will riot by myself. I would love to see Emilia Clarke. I would love to see Emilia Clarke reprise her role as Kira. That would be awesome. And I do.
Bear, I don't think we're gonna get a huge time skip. I think we'll get a time skip. I don't think it'll be huge.
I don't think they have that much room to move, to be honest with you.
No. No, that's I don't think it's going to
I
be
don't
an
I don't
adult
think
Devin.
there's
I don't see it happening.
no.
I don't see it.
I don't think they have that much room to move, to be honest with you. And I
No.
think that's the thing, though. That's why I think that the next season will deal with him trying to manage. I think it'll be him trying to manage Crimson Dawn, but I think a lot of it will lean heavily on training her because he doesn't in the time scale of the whole thing. I don't think that there's going to be a lot of time for him to train her.
No.
You know what I mean? There's not a whole lot of time there. So he has to do as much as he can and make it as, get her up to speed as much as possible and get her on board with his ambitions as much as possible. Because there's not a lot of time where they're going to be able to, even if they don't address him going to find Obi-Wan and kill Obi-Wan or attempt to kill Obi-Wan, I really do think that there's not a lot of time that they have to address her training and all that at the same time, and then having to deal with and manage Crimson Dawn at the same time.
Right. So Bear also said that Darth Devin will die and bury the Darth Talon theory dead in the dirt just to make you sad and turn you
just
into
to make
Darth
JD and turn into Darth JD. Oh, that's funny. No, I don't agree at all, Bear. Sorry. Nope, not going with that. I think that they're setting her up. I hate to say Darth Maul's replacement. That's why I say successor. I think they're setting her up to be Darth Maul's successor. Because honestly,
maybe I don't know.
Well, the thing about it is that George Lucas. This is the thing. When George Lucas was coming up with a concept for the sequels, his concept was that he wanted to bring Darth Maul and Darth Talon back as the main antagonists. And I think they're trying to do what they're trying to do what they can to incorporate that into the canon. That's what I think is going on. I may be completely off base, but I'm sorry. If they weren't going to do Talon, if they weren't going to bring Talon into the fold, they wouldn't have brought a female Twi'lek into the story. It would have been a different character completely.
Yeah.
That's my thing, is that he takes on an apprentice and it's a female Twi'lek. Okay, Darth Talon was a female Twi'lek. I'm sorry, but that is like the perfect setup.
That's a little too coincidental.
It's a little too coincidental. I mean, even if she's not the Darth Talon that we remember from the EU, even if she's not that, which is fine, she's going to be Disney's version of Darth Talon. But I don't think that she's going to be far off from, number one, the one in the EU, and two, she's going to be trained by Darth Maul and carry on Darth Maul's legacy. And she's going to be basically a continuation of Darth Maul's legacy, is what I think. Excuse me.
All right.
Good. You're good. I'm all right. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about her being his successor, but I think she's going to get a new name.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, Darth Talon. I'm calling it. I'm just saying.
All right. Anything else from season 2 you think you want to see?
I think this might be a stretch. But since we pretty much called it and said that we were going to see a duel between Darth Vader and Darth Maul, I'm going to say that we're going to see a rematch between Darth Maul, Darth Vader, and possibly Darth Sidious. But I'd be real interested to see how Darth Maul stack up against the two of them. And I don't think Devin has enough time to actually get trained to be able to take on both of them, if that makes sense. So I think they'll make an attempt on Darth Sidious, but I think you'll end up seeing a battle between she's Darth Press and
Darth Press on Nels.
oh my god. Yeah. I think we'll get to see a rematch between Darth Vader and Devin for sure. But I don't know if we'll see one with Sidious involved. We might. We might. I'm kind of 50-50 on that. Because literally he said his goal is to go after Darth Sidious and take down the Sith because he feels like he was cast away and shunned out by the Sith and by Darth Sidious. So I think we'll see it. I like I said, I think the rematch between Darth Vader and Darth Maul and Devin will happen. Now, whether Darth Sidious is involved or not, I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm kind of 50-50 on that.
Yeah. All right. Well, any final thoughts on the season 1 in general? Or anything that you want to say about season 2 again?
No, I mean, I mean, first go ahead with what did you think overall season 1? I mean, what did you think? Go ahead.
Oh, okay, so again, I'm going to mention the animation. Like I said earlier, man, the best animation of any Star Wars animation. It's the best. I blown away at the detail and the care in which they took, like just the little details, and like the city, man. The city just looked freaking amazing. Like every time there was a shot of the city, I was like, pause. I want to look at this, man. This was freaking beautiful. Animation was great. I would not say that this is my absolute favorite Star Wars animated series, but I would say top 3. It's in my top 3.
Yeah.
It's real. It's just like just the story, just from a story standpoint. It's hard to beat Clone Wars and Rebels because that is some really good writing. Animation, Shadow Lord blows them both away. Yeah, Matt, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, as far as the writing goes, I think Rebels is probably number 1.
Yeah,
just the writing.
My thing is, I think the only critique I have about Shadow Lord is that the writing started out pretty strong. The story was captivating. I liked it. I wanted to see how that all played out. Now, in the second half of the show, it was basically them trying to escape the Empire, and it was in a way for me, and maybe that's just because I'm not a normie, is just that it was predictable because
normie.
It was predictable. I'm not a normie, so it was predictable. I kind of saw the whole death of her master coming. I saw the fact that she was going to turn. I saw the fact that I kind of seen it coming that she was going to, she was going to turn to Maul as a master or a teacher after the death. I mean, we kind of all saw that coming. I mean, it was kind of pretty obvious.
Didn't we both kind of call that?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. And I really, like I said, and I think my previous knowledge of Star Wars kind of played into that because of knowing who Darth Talon was, knowing what George Lucas's idea for the sequels was, knowing what happened to Darth Maul, where his story ends, and things like that. We kind of were able to piece together and go, yeah, we kind of figured this out, a long time ago. But at the same time, it was intriguing. It was interesting to see his journey from the first part of it, where he wanted to get revenge on the syndicate leaders, and then kind of transition to this. Now I want to be a master. my ultimate goal is to go after the heads, cut the head of the snake off, with Darth Sidious and Darth Vader, which we know he's not going to do, which we know he's not going to accomplish. But I honestly think the end result will be that we will see Darth Talon be a permanent fixture in the upcoming landscape of Star Wars. I think we'll get to see a lot more of her. But it started, like I said, the writing started off real strong. I think it was really good. But towards the end, it was kind of like just them trying to escape, and it was kind of predictable. That was the only complaint that I really had about the whole thing. But the animation, the music, the saber fights, the character arcs, I liked them, even though I said the writing wasn't strong. But Darth Maul's character arc and where he turned out, and then seeing Devin transition and just the journey of her and her master, I thought were good. It's just the overall story of how each one of those characters affected the overall ambience of the story.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of like, yeah, it's kind of predictable, and I kind of knew where this was going. So, but not bad. I enjoyed it. I'd say it's probably my second favorite. I would say Rebels is probably my favorite, and then Shadow Lord is probably my second favorite.
Okay, yeah. I still think Clone Wars just kind of edges it out a tad. And it's just because there's so much to unpack from Clone Wars. But as far as Shadow, there's another part about Shadow Lord that I meant to talk about, like when we first started talking about it. But how cool was like the initial entrance of Maul?
Oh yeah, that was great.
Music hits, and it's just like, oh yeah.
Okay. I hate to bring up stuff that you hate me talking about, Steve, but I saw that at Lucasfilm. Yeah, see, exactly. I saw that at Lucasfilm. So seeing that entrance, seeing that entrance, sitting in the room with Dave Filoni and Sam Witwer and the writers and the animators and all the other fans who got a chance to go see that, and seeing that moment when Darth Maul shows up in that show was epic. I mean, that was freaking awesome. So, yeah. I hate to keep bringing that up, but that was my first experience with it. So, yeah.
All right. So
sorry, I'm really not trying to flex because Steve hates it when I talk about it, but it was such a great experience.
You're just going to keep talking about Celebration too. So,
well, there is that.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. Okay, so next week,
hashtag JD Flex.
I am going to give you homework.
Oh God.
If this does not happen, then we will have to pivot. But
okay,
the plan is this.
Okay.
Where's the
Drew?
Plan.
Drew, where you at, buddy? We got plans.
Plan.
We got plans this weekend.
If we're not going to plan for fanboys next week, we're just not.
Okay.
Because we're going to plan
and weather permitting.
And weather permitting. We may watch Darth Steve force choke JD through the webcam. No, fanboys is going to be later. I'm just calling it now. Fanboys is going to be later. If we don't do Masters of the Universe next week, for whatever reason, I mean, if he doesn't get to watch it, we'll have to pivot and come up with something.
Yes,
it will not be fanboys though. We'll figure something out. But we won't know that until this weekend.
Stay tuned, people. It may be all kinds of funky.
But here, the plan is right here. Masters of the Universe is what we're going to talk about.
Right on.
That is the plan.
Right on. Okay. I'm now committed, people.
You're committed.
Like I said, weather permitting.
I was committed, but for different reasons.
No. I should be committed, but I'm not.
Anyway, so folks, chat room. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Talk Maul. Thank you for realizing that we were not prepared. Thank you, viewers that didn't show up in the chat room, whether live or on the replay. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Come hang out on Discord.
Yep. You'll find us on Discord. We're there all the time.
We are there. And
even though we're not making comments, my Discord is always open. So, and
Discord
we have,
yep.
If you have collecting comments, if you have Star Wars conversations you want to talk about, if you just want to talk because you need somebody to talk to, we are always in there. And
maybe we
more
should
than
make
happy
a channel called Therapy Session. No.
Daily motivation.
Daily. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like me.
Gosh darn it, people like me.
So anyway, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Those of you that are watching on Facebook, come on, man, just watch us on YouTube. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Just jump over there.
We need to make a channel, a therapy session called "It Can't Rain All the Time."
It can't rain all the time. There we go.
Yeah, that's a 1994. That's a 1994 Brandon Lee Crow reference, just for those of you who don't know.
We really are, Bear. I mean, I know.
Tacos and puppies in the Discord. Yes.
I was talking about Bear's comment about popcorn better than the movie.
Yes, we need to do that. We need to do Kryptonian Chronicles. We got a bunch of them we got to get back to, including
it's just life gets in the way, folks. You just gotta roll with it.
Yeah. Life 100% gets in the way.
So, wait a minute. What? Okay, today's the 16th.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Next weekend. Not this coming weekend. Next weekend is Super Bowl.
Okay.
It's coming up fast.
Maybe if we don't have any troops going on, I can talk Drew into coming down there and we can go see Supergirl.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Wait, how are we supposed to eat at the Italian place?
That's a good question. You might have to come up here.
Yeah.
All
right. Anyway, we're already over time. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us. Come back next week for Masters of the Universe or something else.
Hopefully, I won't be tired and punch drunk and that kind of thing.
Yes. And may the force be with you.